Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Basic Breakdown. I'm here in the filming studio at MassiveJoes headquarters with resident Nootropic Ninja and fat burner fanatic, Vince.
What's going on?
Wearing a bunch of different hats today.
Yeah.
Vince, my introduction was not by mistake, because this basic breakdown is on an all-new supplement from an all-new Australian supplement company. They're called Vice Versa. The product is called Envy, and it is a nootropic-based fat burner, if I'm not mistaken.
No, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Nootropic-based
There you
fat burner.
go. That's why I introduced you the way I did.
Yeah.
Vince, let's take a deep dive into this Envy.
So, one scoop is 7 grams, and there's 40 serves per tub.
Is it a 40 scoop, 20 serve, or is it just 40, that's it?
40 scoop.
Okay.
40.
Okay.
40,
So,
one scoop
yeah.
serve.
That's where we're
that's
at.
it.
Okay, cool.
So, 9 calories. Of that, there's 0.2 grams of protein, 2 grams of carbs, 1.2 grams of sugar. I'm going to say mainly from flavoring.
I would say so.
Yeah. That's, really the top.
And then the
nutritional
actives.
panel.
Let's dive into these actives, man.
So we start off with some acetyl-L-carnitine in a 750 milligram dose.
Yep.
Which is going to do 2 things. One, it's going to help as a nootropic-based ingredient.
Crosses the blood-brain barrier, helps with mental focus. The acetyl chain kind of breaks off and becomes a precursor to stimulatory neurotransmitters in your brain.
Yes, and then your carnitine aspect of it is a fat metabolizer.
It is.
So it's going to help with the transport of stored body fat and help break that down.
It's a great ingredient, acetyl-L-carnitine.
It is.
I'm a big fan. That dose though, Vince, 750.
A little bit low, good for the mental focus aspect.
Yeah.
A little bit low for the fat metabolism aspect of it.
I agree. I think really for fat metabolism, we need to see like 1.5 to 2 grams.
Yeah.
It's like twice that dose. But from a nootropic perspective, it gets a tick.
L-tyrosine then is in the 750 milligram dose,
Yep.
which is in there to increase the production of dopamine and reduce stress, increase feeling of well-being.
Increased mood as well.
Yeah.
And that 750 milligram dose is towards the lower end of dosing, but
Yeah.
it's still going to get the job done.
There is a few other ingredients that work quite synergistic with that we'll come up with in a minute.
We will.
We then get some choline bitartrate in the 500 milligram dose, which is a choline donor, so it's going to donate the choline to produce acetylcholine.
Yes.
Which is going to increase mental focus and cognition.
Not one of my favorite sources of choline, to be honest.
Yeah.
The tartaric acid part of it doesn't help bioavailability of choline at all. And that dose is really towards the lower end of what we like to see with that form of choline.
It is.
I mean, for choline bitartrate to be really effective, you need like 2 grams,
2 grams,
plus. But there is another ingredient.
Synergistic, it's going to pair with the alpha GPC.
Now, that's a good source of choline, Vince.
300 milligram dose, which is a good dose as well.
It is, yeah.
Similar thing to choline your choline bitartrate, it just absorbs a lot better.
Yeah, and with these 2 sources of choline, the overall amount of choline that you're getting, crossing the blood-brain barrier, being the precursor to acetylcholine, which is your stimulatory neurotransmitter, that's going to help with mental focus, that's going to help with alertness, is good.
It is, yeah. We then get into the natural caffeine. Don't know where the caffeine is coming from, but it is a natural source.
Let's say green coffee beans.
That's what I would assume. But I don't think they're natural caffeine.
Yeah.
Green coffee beans. In a 275 milligram dose. And
So
that is of caffeine, not your standard.
So it's a significant amount of caffeine.
It is.
But it is natural.
Yeah.
So it's gonna, it's not gonna hit like 275 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous, which is gonna hit very, very hard.
Yeah.
And drop you very, very hard. Natural caffeine it's much slower in its effect, and it's much slower in its drop off as well.
Yeah. It pairs quite well with the next ingredient, L-theanine, in the 200 milligram dose. And the combination of this and caffeine provided a longer, smooth effect from caffeine. So natural caffeine paired with the L-theanine, it's going to be nice and smooth, no crash, promote relaxation, keep you nice and relaxed with an energy boost. It's
a good 1-2 punch.
It is. We then have the Macunapurins extract in the 150 milligram dose. Also a precursor, or the yield L-dopa, the Macunapurins seed, so a precursor to dopamine.
Do we know the standardization here, Vince?
We don't.
Do we know? Because usually mucunapurins are standardized to 20% L-dopa.
I would assume it would be that.
Yeah, okay.
But it's not listed on here.
Yep.
So I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. And L-dopa is a precursor to dopamine.
Yes.
Which works synergistically with L-tyrosine.
So
once again, we start to get a little crossover here when it comes to elevating mood and feeling of well-being in particular.
Yeah, we then have some theobromate cacao extract, which is theobromine, essentially. 20% in the 100 milligram dose, which is going to yield you 20 milligrams of theobromine.
It is.
Which has been shown to have a similar effect to caffeine, but can also help lower blood pressure. So another stimulant in there.
It's been shown to be really just not a great ingredient, to be honest. Just take it or leave it, man. With the theobromine, especially that dose, it's such a small dose.
Yeah.
You're not really gonna. If it wasn't in here, you wouldn't notice.
Yeah. We then have some dicaffeine malate in the 50 milligram dose.
Yeah.
No standardization here, but from what I've seen, dicaffeine malate is usually about 70-75%.
It is.
So I'm going to assume about another 37.5 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay, so total we're over 300 milligrams now.
Yeah.
But it is, dicaffeine malate is a sustained release caffeine as well.
Yeah.
So once again, combined with the natural caffeine and the L-theanine, you're going to get a lot of stimulatory effect, but it is going to be kind of long tail stimulatory effect.
Yes. We then have your, I'm just going to say bitter orange extract, because I don't want to pronounce the second word on there.
Citrus aurantium there, Vic.
That's the one in the 30 milligram dose, which is synephrine, essentially.
It is.
Which is another stimulant.
Which is the maximum allowable dose in Australia, actually. So that's the maximum amount that an Australian supplement company can put in a sports supplement or a food-based supplement. A little bit of thermogenic effect there.
Yeah, a little bit.
But primarily a stimulant.
Yeah. Next one, I'm a little bit confused about why it's in here, at this dose anyway. Ashwagandha extract in the 15 milligram dose. Usually ashwagandha will help release stress, cortisol levels, stuff like that.
In about 50 times that dose.
Yeah, you need about 300 to 600 milligram.
I'm not really sure what they've done here with the ashwagandha. Maybe just to have it on the label.
Yeah.
But in a 15 milligram dose, it's going to do sweet fuck all, to be completely honest.
We then have your hyperosine A in a 200 microgram dose or a 0.2 milligram, which is 200 micrograms of hyperosine A, which is going to inhibit the breakdown of your choline.
It's a good dose.
It is a good
of
dose.
Huperzine A, especially considering the amount of choline we're getting from the choline bitartrate and the alpha GPC.
Yeah.
That's going to shoot acetylcholine levels through the roof, and then your body's going to try and bring them straight back down. So having the Huperzine A in there to stop the breakdown of that excess acetylcholine is going to help that mental focus effect last for a lot longer.
100%.
So it's some nice synergism and a nice ingredient to have in there as well.
Yeah.
And that's it, Vince.
That's it.
That's everything that we have in this nootropic-based fat burner. Thoughts on the formula?
It's different. I do like the nootropic side of it. Especially the mental focus side. I think with alpha GPC, choline, and hyperosine A, as well as your mucuna and your tyrosine, even though they are a bit under, and your L-carnitine, I think it's going to be quite good. As a fat burner, not so much, I don't think. Maybe if you're going for like a walk or doing some morning cardio, it'd be quite good. Wake you up. But yeah, for me as a fat burner, probably not quite as good.
Yeah.
But as a nootropic throughout the day. Quite
good. Look, man, I'll give it to vice versa. Being a new company and kind of coming in with a supplement that doesn't fit in a particular category is quite a ballsy move.
It is,
it takes a bunch of courage to go, you know what, we're here and this is what we're about. And, we're going to release this supplement that kind of sits in between two categories and you guys are just going to fucking love it.
Yeah.
It's a ballsy move. So I'm actually a big fan of it, to be honest. So far as, I tend to agree with you. So far as a fat burner, I probably personally wouldn't take it as a fat burner.
Yeah.
I just need, some more fat burning effects in there.
Yeah, 100%.
I need some more active ingredients in full clinical doses that are actually going to assist with fat loss. For me personally, from a nootropic perspective, I'm interested to try it. I think, the pullback for me personally is going to be the high stimulant level.
Yeah.
Because I think as a nootropic, it's quite good. But for me personally, from a nootropic perspective, I would like to see the caffeine at probably half where it's at.
Yeah. I reckon they probably could have kept this formula, gone 1 or 2 scoops, dropped the caffeine back to like 150.
Yeah.
And done a 1 or 2 scoop serve.
Yeah.
And beautiful.
Yeah. But that's all theory. We need to try it.
We do.
Where are we at in terms of flavors, price, availability, Vince?
So 3 flavors: South Beach bubblegum, which is a watermelon bubblegum, I've been told.
Yep.
Lemon lime bitters and a raspberry daiquiri.
Okay. Nice spread.
Yeah.
Nice
and
spread.
we're looking at $79.95, so $2 a serve in the Australian market. Launching soon. I think we're just waiting on them.
Yep.
For
we got a tub. We got
We
the tub here, right? This is a real tub. This is not CGI shit going on.
No. So we got a real tub. It should be coming soon. Yeah.
I'm just in terms of that price. I think it's a pretty fair price.
I
to be honest, for a 40 serve nootropic in its own right.
Yeah.
you know, it's probably one of the best value for money nootropics,
I would
really.
agree, yeah.
From a fat burner, it starts to blur the lines a little bit because, you know, 40 serves, 20 scoops, and the fat burning market in Australia is just a big clusterfuck at the moment.
It is, yeah.
In terms of pricing, it's very difficult to compare. But from a nootropic perspective, that represents pretty good value for money, in my opinion.
Yeah, it does.
Vince, anything else you'd like to add?
That's it.
Before I tell the viewers to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the Massive Joes YouTube channel, guys. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on whatever device you are watching this video on, whether it be your cell phone, your mobile phone, your smart TV, your desktop PC, so you don't miss a beat when it comes to all these new basic breakdowns and everything else we've got going on here on the channel. Guys, that is Basic Breakdown on the all-new Vice Versa Envy nootropic-based fat burner. Until next time, where we coming to and from, Vince.
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay massive. Thank you for tuning into this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the Massive Joes YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.